Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the Mega Cab, what all I've done to it so far, what I'm planning to do to it, and we got a little package here for it today that I'm going to be putting on and installing. I'm going to help and walk you guys through it because I know there's not a lot of videos online about it, so I'm going to make another video about it too. And yeah, so in today's video we're gonna do the install of this. It is a sport bumper clip for my 06 Dodge Ram. So we're gonna have to take off a few things here. Have to take off this front top piece. These gotta come out. And if you do have the valence, it has to come off as well. And I'm also gonna be talking about the new wheels and tires I put on it, but we'll talk about those later. Right now, let's get into this. So this is a sport bumper front clip for the SLT Laramies and all that, because you know they don't have the sport bumper. The sport bumper looks way better in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions. So we got to do a little bit of taking all this stuff off, but let's go ahead and unbox this piece. I just got it in today. I got mine from carparts.com. If you'd like to get one too, I would recommend carparts.com. I just found it the easiest there, but they do some on Amazon as well. Looks like it did come folded up. That's why I didn't want to go with Amazon, because I didn't know if it come folded up or not, but I do know a lot of them do come folded up like this. I'll show you guys what it looks like, because they're trying to save space and save money on packaging and everything. So that's how it looks in the box, all folded up. So we'll leave it out in the sun for a while. And while it's out in the sun, we'll work on trying to get the stuff off the front bumper. So I'll go ahead and pull it out of the box here. Get it out of the way. Get this thing out undone so it can rest out in the sun. Get that thing out here. You know now. I should think my keys will work. We'll try. It will not work. Let me go grab a knife real quick. I found a utility knife. This should work just fine. Oh yeah. Let's try not to cut it here. Getting a little close, but it should be fine. Looks like it's also taped on the bottom as well. You know, I've never actually unboxed a bumper before. I've unboxed many things, but a bumper is not one of them. So this is kind of a new experience for me. Weird experience. 100% a weird experience. This is something. I also do not know if it's warm enough out today. It's like only 50. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. So hopefully this thing will go back to its shape today. If not, we can always film the rest of the video later, but hopefully it is. Golly, they definitely wrapped this thing up well, that's for sure. Just trying not to hurt it at all. That would not be fun. Golly, they really taped this thing. Let me get the rest of this thing out of the packaging and I'll catch you guys right back after it. So we got it all unpackaged here. This is what it looks like out of the box. I always like to make sure and go over and make sure there's no rips or tears in the bottom of it where it is folded up. Highly recommend doing that. But they wrapped it up really well. It was in this and another piece I've already put away. But we're just gonna let this sit out in the sun. And while that does that, we'll work on this. And we'll also go over the truck a little bit and what all I've done to it. So like I said, this is my 2006 Dodge Ram 1500 Mega Cab. So it is sitting on the 2500 frame and axles. I've recently just got these newer style Moto Metals. It's a new cut they came out with. They're 22 by 12s wrapped in a Lexan. I don't know if I'm reading that right, but they're 305 40 R22s. I originally wasn't going to go with these wheels, but I was talked into them and I highly recommend them. They ride really good. They look good too. You know, to stay out of salt, I usually use this truck for work, so I don't, but yeah, please stay out of salt with them or just keep them clean. I occasionally keep them clean, just not very clean. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a bit out of breath. I've also just done a few bit of maintenance to it. There's new control arms on it. Under the hood, there's a few things. I have some pretty good plans for the truck. I've also got the windows tinted, but I think I'm gonna take it back and get it all redone. I want it to be a little bit darker. Then under the hood, we've done more just regular maintenance. I got a new radiator, new trans cooler line down there. I've also put a cold air intake on it. This is just a little cheap one from Amazon, but for what it is, I really do like it. It just retains the factory little box down here. You do though have to take the light off up here, and there's really no instructions. I kind of just went off the people in the comments or the reviews. I kind of went off the pictures of those on how to install it. And it does kind of kink this line right here, but oh well. And then I've also got a new map sensor, PCV valve, just typical things done too. Another thing, I don't know if everybody's gonna like it, but I like it. I like my big diesel exhaust tip, even though it is just a gas truck. I think it's a little goofy and funny looking, so I dig it. But yeah, I would highly recommend this too. It's really good. Does it help with fuel economy? Not really. But it's a nice little thing to have. Let the truck breathe a little bit more. Never had really any problems out of it. Besides for the install was a little hard just because there is no instructions. But other than that, it wasn't really bad at all. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So you will need some hand tools to do the job to get this red cover off. There are 4 T30 bits on either side that will remove to get that piece off. So we'll go ahead and jump into that now. So I got my wrench here, my T30 bit, and my little 10mm. That's just what holds on to the bit. So we'll go ahead and remove these pieces. Oh, don't you just love removing bolts? Oh, this one is a little bit stubborn. Let me go ahead and get these off and we'll come right back to you. Hey guys, I'm back. Finally got it off. I did have to cut mine off because the bolts did break, but what can you expect? That is an old rusty truck. On this right here, all you have to do is get up under there and then get like a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'll show you the piece. Just get a pair of needle nose pliers, and these little pieces right here, you'll just squeeze them with it and push out. It helps to hold one in to guide it along. Then these other pieces, the fog light covers, because the new bumper will come with them already on it. So I'll show you this piece. So you pretty much just do the same thing unless you take the wheel well liner out. I'll show you what it looks like with that out. Then these little tabs here, just take your finger in behind them. It's pretty soft material, so you just push it and guide it out. You usually only have to press in 2, and the third will come out on its own. And I'll show you what it looks like with the wheel liner out. I did have to take this one out just so I could see a little bit better. But you can see that my tabs did break clean off. This one's kind of halfway still there. That one's gone. And right there's the fog light thing. So it's not too hard. Don't be discouraged, guys. Ooh. Not entirely sure how I'm gonna mount mine up. I'll probably just use some nuts and bolts. Probably drill some new holes too while I'm at it. But pretty much that's all you have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. So I'll probably put you guys on a time lapse while I do that. And I'm gonna get this cleaned up. Make sure the bumper is like nice and flush, and we'll probably test fit it. Let's get this going, guys. See you in a minute. So we did get it all cleaned up, just roughly, because you're not really going to see any of this because the bumper is going to cover it all up. Got the bumper chilling over here in the yard, so I'm going to go ahead and test fit it, see how it looks, and we'll go from there. Hopefully this goes smoothly, but yeah, I guess you never know. It would probably help to have a second hand, but I don't have anybody in there at the moment, so kind of just on my own. I'm gonna spare you guys the unpleasant viewing of me trying to do this, so I'll catch you right back here in a little bit. Alright guys, after some finagling, I did finally get it on. It is not perfect because I have damage there on my bumper. I could probably fix it by running the license plate bolts through it to get it to hold it up there, but I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted a nice sport bumper on, but now I gotta work on finding some bolts that'll go through there. And if you want, you can put a bottom bolt in, but these two right here should line up with the factory holes on either side. And then you can see the fog light things are built into it. It was a little tough getting it on there by myself, but I did manage to get it. So yet again, guys, don't be discouraged by it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing rest of the way put on. I think I'll put you guys on time lapse. Just wanted to cut in a little bit here. That was a little harder than it should have been, but I guess it's because of that down there. I think I might end up putting those bolts in through it because, I don't know, the more I look at it, it does kind of bother me. But I'm working on finding some bolts now, and I imagine you guys don't want to watch that. So I'm gonna go find some bolts, I'll run through that, and I'll be right back. So here we are. It is all installed and on. Got everything put back. It did take me about an hour, but that's because I did have to cut my bolts off on the side. They were just so stuck. And I got these bolts running through it. This hole actually didn't line up with the other one. The other one was like up here, so I had to drill a hole there. But it wasn't too bad, especially with the newer bits, and went right through it. Then I made a few mistakes here where my bumper is actually pushed in. That hole didn't line up, so I had to drill over here, and my bit broke right there. Then I also tried there thinking, oh, it can't be dented. Yeah, it still was dented there, but I'm not perfect. I mess up, but oh well. Truck isn't perfect anyway, so who cares? And same thing at this side. Got the bolts going through it. That was a little hard to install, but it wasn't too bad. And then this wheel liner doesn't exactly go up because the bolt is like on the back side of that, so it's like poking this, so this can't go back behind it anymore, but who really cares, you know? But overall, I really do like it. It wasn't too bad to install. So for not really a lot of instructions, just YouTube videos, I would highly recommend something like this. If you guys want one, just go to carparts.com and type in your year, make, and model and like bumper cover to get one of these, and it's a direct fit right over top of the Laramie bumpers. So I would highly recommend it. If you want to get one, go ahead and pick one up. It wasn't really too bad at all, so it wasn't really too hard to install. Overall, I would give it like a 8 out of 10 on the install because there's not really a lot of videos on there. There's a few. There's like one in particular that did help me to be able to do this, but he didn't get like into the nooks and crannies like I would have liked him to, but you know, I really didn't either, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'm gonna close the hood and see what it looks like, because I've yet to close the hood to see what it looks like. Let me take back and take it all in. Oh yeah, that looks 1,000 times better. Eventually I am gonna get some different headlights. I'm gonna get a different grill, and I'll probably take the grill inserts out too, and probably just leave the badge out. And I'd also like to get a cow hood. So all this stuff will be in the future though. You know, I am an adult, so I have other things that I have to do, especially the other project over there, which I might give you guys a little sneak peek of what's been going on with it. But overall, I would highly recommend this bumper and these wheels and tires. So if you like the video, make sure to give it a like, please subscribe, and let's take a look at, let's take a little sneak peek of that over there. So just a little sneak peek of what I've been up to. The front is on its own weight. Everything's kind of just loosely put together. So that's all I'm gonna talk about it for now. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something, and hope to see you out there. I will probably be at the Blake Fitzgerald show this coming week. So if you guys see me out there and you want to chat, don't be a stranger. Don't hesitate to come up to me. I promise I don't bite. So yeah, thanks again. I'll see y'all later.